Today on Cooking with Nicole, we are at the Westlake Development Home and the Street of Dreams. I'm with Leif Benson. He is the 4-time winner of Chef of the Year. Have you won it a 5th time since I saw you last? Okay. We're in the Jen Air kitchen, and what are we going to make? There's a lot of ingredients in here.
Today we're going to make a roast tenderloin and pork with an Oregon blackberry and ginger chutney. The next one we're going to do is that, Nicolle, if you can put some olive oil in that pan, doesn't need a whole lot, just a nice little sprinkling right there in the middle, perfect. And then we're going to season up this pork loin a little bit with a little bit of salt and pepper. Of course, salt and pepper is our friend. Then we're going to use some New Mexico chili powder. That kind of gives it a little spice, and also a little bit of cumin on there. Then it goes in the pan. You want to put that in the pan? Sure. Beautiful. And then we're going to give that probably a minute or two to brown up. So we're going to put it into the Jen Air oven at about 400 degrees, and it probably should take about 10 or 15 minutes, depending on the thickness of the tenderloin. Okay, now we're going to make some blackberry and ginger chutney that's going to go great with this pork loin. So we have some red onions. Then we're going to add the magic ingredients, which is fresh Oregon blackberries. We're just going to give those a few minutes. And so, Nicolle, if you can start with any of these items. We have some chili flakes, gives it a little bit of spice. And we have a little bit of ground cloves here, which is a nice aromatic flavors. And then we have some Dijon mustard, and that kind of gives it a little bit of acidity and a little bit of punch. Right in the goes. And a little bit of Saigon cinnamon. It's just a nice aromatic cinnamon. And then one of the key things is fresh ground nutmeg. And then a little bit of, I like to do a little Northwest touch and add some nice cranberries to it, some dried cranberries. We have some sugar that's going to go, and that just balances the flavor, and I have lemon. And the reason for that is that we're also going to use rice wine vinegar, and rice wine vinegar is going to balance that sugar. Okay, now our pork loin is rested for a while out of the oven, and those juices are set in there. We're going to cut it for our service. And we're going to stir in the cilantro into the chutney. Stir that in, and we're just going to put that on top of the pork loin.
Do you guys want to try a poolside appetizer? It's pork tenderloin with an Oregon berry chutney.
It's tender and sweet. It's absolutely delicious. Perfect example of Oregon's berries.
I was starting to get jealous of the people at the pool. It's our turn now. For Riegelmann's, it's Cooking with Nicole. Leif Benson was here. We hope that you enjoyed this recipe.
Bon appetit.
Cheers. This recipe and all the rest can be found at coin.com. Cooking with Nicole at Riegelmann's Appliance is brought to you by Riegelmann's Appliance in Gresham.